Hi friends, now today discuss Friedman's core periphery model. Okay, so it is important model. Okay, so let's start. Friedman's core periphery model, a special model of economic development based on observation. The development is rarely evenly distributed, be it at a regional, national, and international scales. So, Friedman's core periphery model, a special model of economic development based on observation. The development is rarely evenly distributed. So, it is a special model. Please remember, an economic development model based. Okay, on the which is the important based. It is economic development. So, on observation, that development is rarely evenly distributed, be it at a regional, national, and international scale. There is a tendency for growth to become concentrated. So, there is a tendency for growth to become concentrated at favored location. So, growth concentrated at favored location, core area. So, which in their turn live in their wake areas of stagnation or decline, periphery. In his model, Friedman 1966 recognizes for four stages of growth in the space economy, each reflecting a change in the relationship between the core and periphery. So here the core is the important thing, and in their turn live in their areas of strengthening, of stagnation or decline, periphery. In his model, Friedman 1966 recognizes four stages in the growth of the space economy, each reflecting a change in the relationship between the core and periphery. So here stage 1 we can see. Okay, here all are core and its periphery, this diagram. So now here is stage 1, we discuss clearly. Okay, it is stage, so this in its in this diagram. So it is stage 1, all are equal area and equal development. So now it is come to here, and here core now it's highly developed, and its periphery attracted to the core area. So periphery region it is okay. And then the core areas growing now, and its side by periphery regions now developed. Okay, so mainly core areas highly developed, and its periphery regions is now developed, but it's continuously working with the core area. Okay, so it is the highest development point, core area, and side by its periphery regions obviously come to here, developed region form. So it's formed like developed region. So after certain things, all are dependent, all are not dependent only for core area, but its periphery regions, like periphery regions here, these circles, and here it's in this circle. So here another circle formed. Okay, and here transfer of raw material and capital and other things. Okay, raw material production and different things. Okay, so and some materials they also come to here, and obviously they also interacting each other. So here in this process, the cyclic process now formed. Okay, and its core and its periphery now growing now, and they also come to one of the come to a important form, and they also form slowly developed region. Okay, okay. So the pre-industrial society, okay, shows a system of local and largely undifferentiated cores, each serving a small regional enclave. So in this diagram, it is the pre-industrial stage. Okay, it is here all are equally distributed. Here it shows that the local and largely undifferenced cores. Okay, here no difference is found. Okay, is serving a small regional enclave. One of the second we can say one of the particular favored cores develops into a strong core. Here you can see the strong core formed. Okay, to which move entrepreneurs and develop labor. Okay, entrepreneurs and labor move. The national economy is reduced to a single metropolitan area region and its associated backward centers in large periphery. So the single core periphery structure is gradually transformed into a multi-nuclear structure which in its and as favorable parts of the periphery and developed. Secondary cores form, okay, as a result the spread effect, thereby reducing the periphery on the national scale or to smaller intrametropolitan periphery. The intermetropolitan periphery are gradually absorbed into the metropolitan economic theory, local and national backwards and spread effects. Okay, local and national backwards and spread effects seem to be generally in balance. The functional independent systems of cities emerges. The functional independent system of cities emerges, characterized by national integration, efficiency in location, and maximum growth potential. Friedman identifies four types of regions, okay, on the basis of economic and locational characteristics. Okay, four types of regions. The core regions is focused economic growth with the urban nucleus, okay, and around it upward transitional areas are in the process. Okay, areas in the process of development. Their resource endowments and proximity to the core area core make them likely beneficiaries of further growth. Resource frontier areas represent the frontier of settlement or even leapfrog into virgin territory to expel now resources of land and or minerals. Okay, often with lines of penetration provided by new highway and mineral railway. The downward transition areas respect areas of the settlement that are stagnant and declining because of decline in the resource base on industrial structure. They are areas which lose population. Okay, which lose population and capital, more dynamic areas. Friedman also identified regions with special problems, such as those are national boundaries and where there are conflicting resource uses at a less complex level. The core and upward transitions regions could be identified. Okay, identified as the core and the remaining areas of the country as the periphery. So you can understand it. So here this diagram is important because here all the things, because this area region is very development because here you have all the developmental process and here all facilities now available. Okay, so here service sector, okay, and industry all are formed. So and the periphery sector, there all the people are attracted and they also come to here for job opportunity and other things. Okay, mentioned in the next slide. So yeah, we read it. Okay, we understood it. So industrial society, okay, and here is spread effects is important things, and entrepreneurs labors come here and backwards effect we know. Okay, so Friedman's identifies upward transition area, identifies types of regions, economics and functional characteristics. Or the core region focus on economic growth. Okay, yeah, we read it. Okay, and the resource frontier areas here important things. Resource frontier areas represent the frontier of settlement or even leapfrog to the virgin territory to exploit new resources of land and minerals, often with lines of penetration provided by new highway and mineral railways. Okay, so downward transition it is a resource frontier area, and upward transition it is, okay, we have understood. Okay, developmental area, core area. Okay, beneficial further growth, and downward transition area represents area of the areas of the settlement that is stagnant stagnant or declining because of decline of the resource. When the regions is if we understand the core area, in the core area, if their industry now distracted, okay, so our industry is growing now, it's not good. So for there is downward transition from area forms, okay. So there's areas which lost less population, loss of lose population and capital, more dynamic areas. Friedman also identified regions with special problems such as those national boundaries or where there are conflicting resources uses as a less complex level. The core and upward transition areas could be identified as the core, and the remaining areas of the country is periphery. Okay, so mainly core area where mainly developmental process occurs, it is core area, and where all the things are available, development things and other things, growth available. Okay, so it is the core and its side is periphery. Okay, so thank you friends. So आप देख सकते हैं यहाँ पर, you can see here this diagram is very important. Okay, so here core and periphery, it is important mainly. Here you all are come to here. Okay, here is periphery to core. Okay, and after a certain time cherry increases other regions. Okay, other developing regions. It is developed region, they are developing regions. Okay, so now they also take their benefits. So thank you friends, I think